Earlier this summer, Constellation Screen and Stage took over as the new tenants of the Waldron Arts Center. Since then, they've been renovating the interior and will begin productions next month. Pat Bean has the story.
David Wade is splattering paint around the stage in the Waldron Arts Center's Weikart Auditorium.
We're getting ready to install The Importance of Being Ernest, which is the second show of the season, and today is painting the floor. Lots of paint, lots of paint.
Wade is the charge artist for Constellation Screen and Stage. The Bloomington production company signed a 5-year lease with the city earlier this year to run the building. And while Wade and others are readying the auditorium with new flooring, lighting, and seating, there's plenty of work going on downstairs on the main level. A big change will be a large reception area.
This is going to be a really great experience for the audiences to come in and have the luxury of having a second space to be in other than just the house of the theater. Yeah, it's going to be nice.
Constellation is the latest tenant in the building, which was built in 1915 to house City Hall and the fire department. In 1964, the city offices moved out and the Bloomington Police Department moved in. BPD remained in the building until 1985, and the property was deeded to the Bloomington Arts Council in 1990. That year, it was renamed the John Waldron Arts Center. The space was used for galleries, classrooms, performances, and offices until 2010, when Ivy Tech took over and used it as an educational institution. Last year, Ivy Tech returned the building to the city. The city decided to keep it an arts facility, and this summer sank $500,000 in structural repairs and a new HVAC system into the Waldron. In July, it was leased to Constellation.
We took care of repairing the guts of the building, and Constellation is bringing the bling.
Constellation was created with the merger of 3 local production companies: Bloomington Playwrights Project, Cardinal Stage, and Pegasus Institute.
This group really just has that expertise to say, hey, we know what a theater patron needs to be able to come into this space and not just see a performance, but like actually enjoy the performance without being like squished up in a seat like this, because the seating there is like, oh God.
Constellation contracted with Third Eye Designs and Rubicon Construction to bring that bling. The new lobby and reception area, ticket office, and staircase are the vision of Third Eye's Allie Powell.
How do we complement the architecture of this building, but also make it feel fresh and bring young faces to theater again? And we thought Great Gatsby meets modern times, kind of fuse them together.
But before her vision could come to life, the century-old structure required a fair amount of cosmetic work, taking out a beam, shoring up the frame, dealing with old masonry, all while working around a large safe.
Well, you can see this is the old bank, one of the old bank vault doors. So this was a very difficult feat to blow out. We weren't even sure we were going to be able to do it without compromising the integrity of the building.
The vault will be utilized in the design of the ticket office. It's just off the main reception area, which will be in what was once the mayor's office.
And what's really cool is there was this glass window that still said mayor's office on it from when it originally was, so we're keeping that. It's actually over here on the floor. I'm going to try to incorporate that in the design somewhere.
The other part of the initial renovation project is downstairs, where the old firehouse is being transformed into the Fire Bay Theater. It's getting improved flooring, new lights, and an audio system. Kevin Powell is one of the owners of Rubicon Construction, which is overseeing the project.
I've had people stop by and kind of give me the history and what they knew about it, from showing me where they used to hang the old canvas fire lines so they could dry out between runs, and about cisterns that are under the floor.
Back upstairs in the auditorium, Wade is going about his business, splattering green paint on the floor to look like grass. And when the 2 theaters in the Waldron are in use, they will join the Ted Jones Playhouse and the Buzzkirk Chumley Theater as local venues for performances.
For theater artists like myself, this is great to have a space to do this kind of stuff. And to have, different venues to play in is really very fun.
That fun is scheduled to begin next month. For Indiana News Desk, I'm Pat Bean.